The Galactic Empire was known for its mighty fleets and advanced technology. They ruled over many planets, always looking for new worlds to conquer. But one day, something strange happened. The Empire's sensors detected mysterious energy signals coming from a far corner of space. The signals seemed to be coming from a small blue planet called Earth. On the command ship of the Empire, Commander Varnock frowned as he studied the data on his screen. The readings were unlike anything he had seen before. "Prepare a reconnaissance fleet," he ordered. "I want to know what's happening on that planet." His officers exchanged nervous glances. Earth was a small, unimportant world, but the unusual signals could mean trouble. Varnock had learned to trust his instincts. Something about this situation felt wrong. Meanwhile, on Earth, people went about their daily lives, unaware of the events unfolding in space. Scientists had been working secretly in underground bases, developing new technologies for the planet's defense. They had built an advanced fleet of ships unlike anything the galaxy had ever seen. These ships were hidden behind the moon, equipped with cloaking devices that made them invisible to enemy radar. In one of the underground bases, a group of scientists gathered around a large holographic map. Dr. Maya, the lead scientist, pointed at the glowing representation of their fleet. "We are ready," she said confidently. "If the Empire comes, we will show them what humanity can do." The team cheered, feeling a rush of excitement and determination. They knew their ships had advanced technology, but they were not yet sure how effective they would be against the Empire. As the Empire's reconnaissance fleet approached Earth, Commander Varnock sat in his command chair, reviewing the mission plan. "We will find out what these signals are," he said. "If there's something valuable on that planet, we cannot let it slip away." The fleet consisted of 10 ships, all equipped with powerful weapons and the latest technology. Varnock was confident they would easily overpower any resistance. As the Empire's ships moved closer to Earth, they remained unaware of the hidden fleet waiting for them. The human ships were sleek and agile, designed for speed and stealth. They could maneuver quickly and had weapons capable of disabling even the strongest enemy ships. Back in the underground base, the scientists monitored the Empire's approach. "They are getting closer," one technician reported, his voice trembling with excitement. Dr. Maya looked at the readings and knew it was time to act. "Prepare the fleet for launch," she commanded. "We need to show them that Earth is not to be underestimated." The team worked quickly, fueling the ships and running final checks. Each crew member understood the importance of the mission. They had been training for this moment, and now it was time to defend their home. The atmosphere was tense, but there was also a sense of hope. Humanity had faced challenges before, and they were determined to rise to the occasion. As the Empire's ships entered the Earth's atmosphere, they scanned for any signs of life. "Nothing unusual detected," an officer reported. "It appears the planet is unprotected." Varnock smirked, feeling confident. "Prepare to land," he ordered. "We'll show them who is in charge here." Suddenly, alarms blared on the Empire's ships. "Incoming ships!" an officer shouted. Varnock's expression changed from confidence to shock as he realized that humanity had more strength than he had anticipated. Earth's fleet emerged from behind the moon, displaying advanced designs and technology. The Empire was not prepared for the surprise attack. The humans had been waiting for this moment, and they were ready to fight. Dr. Maya watched from her command center as the fleet of Earth ships launched into space, their engines glowing brightly. This was the moment they had prepared for, and they would not back down. The stage was set for an epic confrontation. The Galactic Empire had no idea what was coming, and humanity was determined to protect their home. As the two fleets prepared to clash, the air buzzed with tension and excitement. This battle would change everything. The moment had arrived. As the Empire's ships descended toward Earth, they saw a surprising sight. A fleet of sleek, advanced human ships emerged from behind the moon. Bright lights flashed on the ships, and they looked ready for battle. Commander Varnock's eyes widened in disbelief. "What is this?" he shouted. "Why are there ships here? They shouldn't have a fleet." Dr. Maya watched from her command center, her heart pounding with excitement and fear. The time for hiding was over. She had trained her crew for this moment, and now they would face the mighty Empire. "All ships, prepare for combat!" she ordered. The crew members responded with determination, ready to defend their planet. The humans quickly arranged their ships into formation. Each vessel had been equipped with state-of-the-art weapons and shields, ready to challenge the Empire's might. "We are ready, Dr. Maya," said Captain Leo, the leader of the human fleet. "Let's show them what we can do." As the Empire's ships approached, Varnock quickly gathered his officers. "These humans are bold," he said. "They dare to challenge us. We will crush them!" His voice was filled with anger and pride. He believed that the Empire was unbeatable and that they would easily defeat the humans. Suddenly, the Empire's ships opened fire, sending a barrage of energy blasts toward the human fleet. The lights flashed brightly in the darkness of space. But the humans were ready. Captain Leo shouted, "Evasive maneuvers! Get out of the way!" The human ships darted to the sides, using their speed and agility to dodge the incoming fire. The humans countered quickly, firing their own weapons. Bright beams of energy shot toward the Empire's ships. One of the Imperial vessels was struck directly, and it exploded in a flash of light. Varnock felt a chill run down his spine. "Return fire," he ordered, realizing this was not going to be an easy battle. The Empire's ships began to regroup, trying to coordinate their attacks. But the humans were one step ahead. They had learned from their training and developed new strategies. As the Empire's ships fired again, the humans launched a surprise counterattack from multiple angles. "What are these humans doing?" Varnock yelled, frustration growing. The humans used the asteroids in the area to their advantage, hiding among them and striking at the Empire from unexpected positions. The battle became chaotic as the two fleets clashed in a storm of lights and sounds. Dr. Maya watched as her fleet worked together seamlessly. "We're doing it! Keep it up!" she encouraged her team. Each human ship communicated with one another, sharing information and coordinating their movements. They were no longer the weak planet the Empire had thought they were. They were a united force, ready to fight for their freedom. As the battle continued, more of the Empire's ships fell under the relentless assault of the human fleet. The sound of explosions filled the air as ships were destroyed one by one. Varnock struggled to regain control of his fleet. "We must regroup," he shouted. "Prepare the heavy artillery!" The humans pressed their advantage, pressing forward in a daring assault. Captain Leo guided his ship through the chaos, leading his crew with confidence. "We have them on the run! Let's not let up!" he yelled, his voice filled with determination. The spirit of humanity shone through as they fought against the odds. But Varnock was not finished yet. He knew that the Empire had powerful weapons. "Deploy the fleet's full firepower!" he commanded. As the Empire prepared to unleash a devastating attack, the humans sensed the danger. They quickly devised a plan to counter it. "Everyone, focus on that flagship," Dr. Maya ordered, pointing at the largest ship in the Empire's fleet. "If we take it down, we can turn the tide." The human fleet coordinated their fire, focusing all their weapons on the flagship. Bright beams of energy filled the space around them as the attack surged toward the Imperial ship. Varnock realized the danger too late. "No! Defend the flagship!" he yelled, but it was too late. The energy beams struck the flagship and it began to break apart under the intense fire. In that moment, the tide of the battle shifted. The Empire was no longer the unstoppable force they had believed themselves to be. As the flagship exploded in a brilliant flash, cheers erupted from the human fleet. They had stood up to the Empire and fought back bravely. The Galactic Empire was shocked by the boldness of humanity and their secret advanced fleet. The fight was far from over, but the humans had made their point. They were ready for whatever came next. As the remnants of the Empire's flagship floated in space, the mood among the human fleet soared. The crew members cheered, their spirits high. Dr. Maya watched with pride as her team celebrated their first major victory. "Stay focused, everyone," she reminded them. "This battle is far from over. We need to keep our guard up." Commander Varnock, still reeling from the loss of his flagship, gathered his remaining officers on the command ship. His face was a mix of anger and disbelief. "These humans are more dangerous than we thought. We underestimated them," he said. "But we will not be defeated. Regroup and prepare to attack again!" The Empire's remaining ships began to form a defensive perimeter. They were determined to retaliate and show humanity that they were still a formidable force. Meanwhile, the human fleet regrouped, readying their weapons for the next wave of attacks. Captain Leo took a deep breath and prepared his crew for what was to come. "We need to be smart. They will come at us harder now that they are angry," he said, his voice steady. As the two fleets faced each other, tension filled the space around them. Dr. Maya analyzed the situation, looking for any advantage. "We need to disrupt their formation," she suggested. "If we can break their lines, we can create confusion." The crew nodded, understanding the plan. With a fierce determination, the human fleet launched a series of quick maneuvers. They zigzagged through space, firing their weapons at different angles to keep the Empire guessing. The human ships darted in and out of the asteroid field, using the rocks for cover. As they moved, they sent wave after wave of energy blasts toward the Empire's ships. Varnock shouted orders, trying to maintain control. "Split into smaller groups. Surround them!" The Empire's ships scattered, attempting to respond to the human attacks. But the humans were too quick and organized. The battle escalated. Explosions filled the void of space as energy beams collided with ships. The sounds of destruction echoed through the vastness. Captain Leo's ship flew low, darting behind asteroids to avoid enemy fire. "Keep firing!" he commanded. His crew worked tirelessly, their hands moving rapidly over the controls. One of the Empire's ships, caught off guard, was hit by multiple blasts. It shuddered violently before breaking apart in a brilliant explosion. Dr. Maya felt a rush of excitement. They were winning, but she knew they had to remain cautious. The Empire would not give up easily. As the fight continued, Varnock became more desperate. He realized that his forces were dwindling. "We need to strike harder," he yelled, frustration boiling over. "Prepare the heavy weapons! This ends now!" The Empire's remaining ships began to charge their larger weapons, preparing for a massive retaliatory strike. Dr. Maya noticed the change in the enemy's tactics. "They're going for a big attack. Everyone, be ready," she warned. In that moment, the Empire unleashed a powerful wave of energy. It surged through space, targeting the human fleet. Captain Leo saw the incoming attack and knew they had to react quickly. "Evasive maneuvers! Move now!" he shouted. The human ships maneuvered sharply, dodging the energy blasts as they scattered. Some ships were hit, and crew members shouted as alarms blared. Dr. Maya watched in horror as one of her ships was struck, losing power and drifting helplessly. "Hold together!" she urged her remaining crew. "We can't let them intimidate us." With renewed focus, the humans regrouped and adjusted their strategies. They realized they needed to work together more than ever to overcome the Empire's might. Using quick communication, Captain Leo coordinated a counterattack. "Let's hit them with everything we've got." "We can't let them regroup," he commanded. The human fleet surged forward, united in their determination. As they advanced, the humans launched a flurry of attacks. Energy beams lit up the darkness as they targeted the Empire's weapon systems. The Empire's ships began to falter, unable to respond effectively to the coordinated onslaught. Varnock felt the pressure mounting as the tide of battle shifted. "Fall back! We need to regroup!" he shouted, realizing that their once mighty fleet was now struggling. But the humans were relentless. They pressed their advantage, eager to secure a decisive victory. With one final push, the human fleet charged at the Empire's ships. Captain Leo shouted, "This is it! For Earth!" The human ships launched a barrage of energy blasts, and one by one, the Empire's vessels began to fall. The battle was heating up, and humanity was determined to win. As the fight continued, the Galactic Empire realized they were facing a force they had never expected. The humans were not just fighting for their lives, they were fighting for their future. As the battle raged on, the situation grew more intense. The human fleet, though fighting bravely, was still outnumbered by the Galactic Empire. Dr. Maya felt the weight of her responsibilities as she watched the fight unfold. Despite their recent victories, the Empire's remaining ships were regrouping, and the humans needed something to turn the tide in their favor. Captain Leo, still at the helm of his ship, surveyed the battlefield. "We can't keep this up forever," he said, worry creasing his brow. "We need a new plan. If only we had some unexpected advantage." Just then, a strange signal began to flicker on his display. It was unlike anything they had encountered before. "Dr. Maya, look at this!" Captain Leo exclaimed, pointing to the screen. "What is it?" Dr. Maya rushed over to his side, eyes widening as she examined the signal. It pulsed with a rhythm that felt both powerful and intriguing. "I don't know," she admitted. "But it could be a sign of something nearby. We should investigate it." Without hesitation, Dr. Maya made the decision. "All ships, follow that signal," she ordered. The human fleet adjusted its course, heading toward the unknown source of the signal. The Empire ships continued their assault, but the humans had a newfound hope. They needed something to shift the balance. As they approached the source, the signal grew stronger, resonating through space. Suddenly, from behind a cluster of asteroids, an enormous ship emerged. Its design was unlike anything the humans had ever seen. It was majestic, with sleek lines and an energy that seemed to hum in the air. The ship glowed with a soft light, and its surface shimmered in shades of blue and silver. "What is that?" Leo whispered, awe filling his voice. "I don't know, but it looks powerful," Dr. Maya replied, her heart racing. The ship approached, hovering silently before them. Then a voice echoed through their communication system, deep and resonant. "Humans, we have been watching your struggle. We come as allies." Both Captain Leo and Dr. Maya exchanged astonished glances. "Allies?" Maya asked, uncertain. "Who are you?" The voice responded, "We are the Luminari, a race that values courage and unity. We have seen your fight against the Empire and wish to help you." Captain Leo felt a surge of hope. "But why?" he asked. "Why would you help us?" The Luminari ship replied, "The Empire has oppressed many races across the galaxy. Your fight is our fight. We cannot allow their tyranny to continue." Dr. Maya nodded, understanding the gravity of the situation. "What can you offer us?" she inquired. "We bring advanced technology and weapons that can help you in battle," the voice explained. "We can enhance your ships and provide you with knowledge to defeat the Empire." The human crew buzzed with excitement. "We have to accept their help," Captain Leo said, determination in his voice. "With the Luminari by our side, we can turn the tide of this battle." The Luminari ship began to connect with the human fleet, sending streams of energy to enhance their vessels. Dr. Maya watched in amazement as the upgrades took effect. The once sleek ships now glowed with new power. "It's incredible," she exclaimed, filled with hope. "We can do this!" As the enhancements completed, the humans felt renewed energy surging through their fleet. "All ships, prepare for battle," Leo commanded. The crew cheered, their spirits lifted by the unexpected ally. The Luminari ships formed alongside the human fleet, ready to fight against the Empire. As the battle continued, the combined forces of the humans and the Luminari surged forward. They moved in unison, launching a coordinated assault on the Empire's ships. Bright beams of energy blazed through the darkness, striking the Imperial vessels with renewed strength. Varnock, still commanding his fleet, felt the impact of the Luminary ships. "What is happening?" he shouted in disbelief. "Where did these ships come from?" His officers scrambled to understand the situation, but it was too late. The humans and their new allies were relentless. The Luminari brought advanced weaponry that outmatched the Empire's forces. They unleashed powerful energy blasts that tore through the Imperial defenses. Dr. Maya coordinated the attack, shouting commands as the humans fought alongside their newfound friends. With each passing moment, the tide of battle shifted. The Empire's ships began to fall one after another. The humans felt a surge of hope and excitement. They were no longer fighting alone. They had allies who believed in their cause. As the fight raged on, the Luminari ship joined the fray, moving gracefully among the battle. Varnock felt the pressure mounting as his fleet dwindled. He knew they had to retreat. "Fall back!" he shouted, realizing that the Empire was losing ground. The battle had transformed into a decisive victory for the humans and their unexpected allies. Dr. Maya smiled as she saw the Empire's ships begin to withdraw. They had turned the tide, and their fight for freedom was just beginning. With the Luminari by their side, they felt unstoppable. The remnants of the Galactic Empire began to scatter, their once mighty fleet reduced to a few desperate ships. Captain Leo and Dr. Maya watched as the last of the Imperial vessels retreated into the darkness of space. The battle had been fierce, but together with the Luminari, they had achieved an unexpected victory. Cheers erupted throughout the human fleet as crew members celebrated their hard-won triumph. "Today we have shown the galaxy that humanity will not be pushed around," Captain Leo declared over the communication system. His voice echoed through every ship, bringing smiles and shouts of joy. "We stood strong against a powerful enemy and we prevailed." Dr. Maya felt a mix of relief and pride. The alliance with the Luminari had changed everything. "We could not have done this without them," she said to Leo, her eyes shining with gratitude. The Luminary ships glowed brightly beside them, a symbol of unity and strength. "We need to thank them properly." The Luminari ship floated closer, its shimmering surface reflecting the light of the nearby stars. "You fought bravely, humans," the deep voice of the Luminari echoed through the comms. "Your courage has inspired us. Together, we can bring hope to those oppressed by the Empire." Captain Leo nodded, appreciating the sentiment. Thank you for your help. We couldn't have won this battle without your advanced technology and support. Let's work together to ensure the Empire doesn't return. As the human fleet began to regroup, they started discussing their next steps. Dr. Maya and Captain Leo convened a meeting with their crew and the luminary leaders. Our fight is not over, Dr. Maya said, addressing the gathered crowd. The Empire will be back. They won't accept defeat easily. One of the luminary leaders stepped forward. We have intelligence that indicates the Empire is already planning a counterattack. They will seek revenge for their loss. But now we know their strength and their weaknesses. Captain Leo took a deep breath. We need to prepare ourselves and strengthen our defenses. We must ensure our worlds are safe. We can't let fear take hold again. The crew nodded in agreement, their resolve hardening. As days turned into weeks, the humans and Luminari worked together, forming a solid alliance. They shared technology, knowledge, and strategies to defend against future attacks. The bond between the two races grew stronger as they learned from each other. Dr. Maya found herself deeply engaged in joint research projects with the Luminari scientists. They studied the Empire's tactics, planning ways to counteract their strategies. We need to be one step ahead, she explained. If we can anticipate their moves, we can protect ourselves. Captain Leo focused on training his crew, instilling in them the confidence they needed to face whatever came next. We fought well, but we must stay sharp, he told them. The next battle could be even tougher. The day finally came when the humans and Luminari were ready for any potential threat. They had fortified their ships, improved their weapons, and developed new strategies. We stand united, Captain Leo announced to his crew and allies. We will not let the Empire take away our freedom. Just as they prepared to move out on patrol, a signal came through from the Luminari ship. Captain, we are receiving distress calls from nearby systems, the Luminary leader said. They need our help. The Empire is attacking again. Without hesitation, Captain Leo responded. We're ready. Let's show them that humanity and the Luminari will fight side by side. The fleet set off toward the source of the distress signals, their hearts pounding with anticipation. They knew the Empire was not far behind, and the fight for freedom would continue. But they were no longer afraid. Together they were stronger. As they arrived at the scene, chaos unfolded before them. The Empire had launched a surprise attack on an innocent planet. Ships were firing and civilians were fleeing. Captain Leo took command, ready to lead the charge. "This is our moment," he shouted. "For the people! For our freedom!" With a surge of energy, the combined forces of humanity and the Luminary rushed into battle. They fought fiercely, knowing that their unity made them unstoppable. They were no longer two separate races. They were allies, defenders of the innocent, and champions of freedom. The battle was fierce, but as the dust settled, it became clear that the Empire had underestimated their united front. The humans and Luminari emerged victorious once more. This time, they were ready to bring peace to the galaxy together. With the Empire in retreat, hope began to shine brightly in the hearts of those who had suffered for too long. Captain Leo and Dr. Maya stood side by side, knowing that this was just the beginning of a new era. Together, they would fight for a galaxy free from tyranny, where all beings could live without fear. The fight was far from over, but they faced it together, stronger than ever.